think we're cooking gas here. I'm gonna move the mic down just a little bit, and let's limit the sound a little bit. Okay, I think we're good to go. Cooking with gas. Today, first thing we're gonna do is focus on let's do a slight adjustment to just want to see what this looks like on a multi-stream level. Okay, cool. All right, great. Yeah, so I have the stream on two different sets of. I'm streaming on YouTube and I'm streaming on Twitch. So, you know, I think that's kind of cool. It's my first multi-stream, so hopefully, you know, it's going well. And wherever you're watching, you know, enjoy. So, first things first, we're going to do our blog post for the day, because I did want to do a few things. So today, and this is, by the way, bullet journaling is probably the best you can do as a dev, I personally feel. Like, it just lets you lets you index your thoughts per the day. So that's something you should definitely look into. So the first thing we're going to do is, did those two things yesterday. So one, we got to make a mobile repo for our one of our startup ideas. And then we also need to make, we need to commit it to source control, and we can just like look at the website that we currently have, that we're currently trying to model this after, and then also compare that to what we're building. And then from there we can kind of like go forward. The first thing we're going to do is draft the blog post I did. Now I need to find my content notebook. So my bullet journal today, right? So today is the 14th, right? So you would do, ooh, I should post this stream in Discord I use, or the Discords I use. And very first multi-stream. This actually feels kind of nice. And we can take this one and this one. You guys can't see it, it's off screen naturally. And I wonder if, okay, cool. So now we're going to just do this quick Discord promotion, and now we can move on to our blog portions. So next, we're going to go here, and we're going to go to our website. And this is my blog, humancaching.com. I should actually make a cloud command if CloudBot decided to work today. And this is where I just do general blog posts. It's mainly tech focused. There is some, I guess, life tips, but the life tips themselves kind of just go into tech focus. So, yeah, it's, you know, circling in general. But I need to update this with more stuff, honestly. So today we're going to drop the blog post. And this one is specifically, I wrote this down. Hold on. Put this down. This one is specifically on rebuilding the wheel. So I think a large part of the time, developers feel that the idea that they have has to be inherently unique, and that's not the case at all. Like, I think a large part of the time people think, oh, my idea is not unique and therefore it's not valuable, and that can be nothing but further from the case. The point is that you build the skill on the way to building the thing, because then at certain points of time when you're just this Swiss Army knife of skills, when that idea comes that can really change the game or change your life, you'll have all of these like slowly built skills. So that's the point. So the blog post, it's generally a draft right now, but what it should do is show how I published a TypeScript, excuse me, a TypeScript Node.js library. No, I put a TypeScript API around, or SDK around the challenge tournament API, and the things I learned along the way. And it's also just a general life lesson on what you should do as a developer, whether you're young or old, it doesn't really matter. But it's a general rule when it comes to skill building. So that's what we're going to do today. So if I'm going to bullet journal this, it's you put your date. I should have a hand cam, right? So first you put date, so it's the 14th of April, 2021. Today's a nice Wednesday. So first we're going to draft blog post. Then we're going to make a repo, mobile project creation, and I'll walk through how to do the steps to create a Flutter project, and we'll take it from there. So, and then I think that's the main two things I want to focus on today. For right now. So this is my stream bullet journaling, but when 8:30 comes and it's like 30 minutes before work, I do another bullet journal where I go over that, and I can show you like some past ones. But if this is bare bones what it looks like. So if my light there is kind of fucking it up, but essentially it's just 2 lines showing. It's 2 lines showing it. Okay, cool. So let's do. Protein shake. Oh my god, I really went hard this morning with the kettlebells. All right, so let's log in. Building the wheel. It's okay. Let's see this draft. So let's draft this out. So the first thing I like to do is temp block recovery. That's fine. So the first thing I want to do is figure out my headings. So the great thing about this, when you let's say you do decide to do a developer blog at all, the first thing you should do is decide your headings. So the first thing you should do is decide your headings, like basically what are the main points of the blog post, and then from there you can kind of work it out. So yeah, so it starts off with like, when learning a new skill in software development, often we assume that the new skill with that new skill come grandiose ideas about what we will build and create. Then the million-dollar question appears: has someone done this before? The need to be unique cuts the legs off a great idea and removes the chance to flex those new skills. Early in my career, okay, so good. So right here is so let's start with building wheels. Okay. Paralysis of being unique causes paralyzing. So this is the first part, and I'm going to make this into its own paragraph. It's a heading, right? So that's the first part. The second part is going to be so And the second part I bring up about Spotify. So Spotify is a great example of this. So if you go to Spotify's, if you go to the app on Spotify, actually I can probably open it up here. Do I have Spotify installed on this computer at all? I do not. I do. Okay. Okay. I don't have an account. Log in. I do technically have an account. All right, I have it connected to my email. Let's see. I'm doing it on the second screen. Email.com. I think this is the password. Oh, I was right. Nice. Okay, cool. So if you go to, I'm going to Spotify now. Help. Third-party software. So, can I drag this down? Okay, cool. So if we go to Spotify here, I don't know how zoomed in it could be, but essentially, this over here, split screen. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Split screen. Nope, that's not what I wanted as well. Split screen this with this, and I think we're good to go. Yeah. So if you go here in Spotify. It's probably easier to see on a phone, but essentially it shows you all the third-party software that they use, all the third-party applications that they use, and it's even in like if you look, I'm scrolling this list, right? These are all the open source, all the other libraries they use. This is all the third-party licenses they use. They legit have everything. Like they legit have everything, honestly, and this is Spotify. This is $1 billion company, so it's somewhere where you have to temper your expectations a little bit. You have to kind of you really have to temper your expectations about like what exactly you're building. So that's the general idea. Enough of my diatribe. Next we're going to oh, what? No, I didn't want that. Don't do that. Boom. All right. Cool. Okay. Next, we're going to do hide Spotify because I don't feel like listening to music right now. This next part is great software. Great software. Software products are Frankenstein, not Zeus. And this is the point of me bringing up Spotify, where it's patched together. It's not these like with Spotify just now when I showed, it's not like these large scale, oh, I just have this this piece of software that is, you know, that is what it is. Like that's not how that works even remotely. So yeah, so that's how that works. Third heading, let's see. So the next part I want to say is Frankenstein. Well, wait, Frankenstein's a doctor, right? Crap. What was the monster called? Monster from Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, it is. Thought so. Monster, not Zeus. And the only reason I do that because I know someone's gonna be like, Oh man. So I've been putting coffee in my protein shakes. Holy Christ. This has changed the game. Nice. Woo! So, Frankenstein. My own wheel. So, this is going to express the project that we talked about earlier. It should be on my GitHub, or it should be tied to my GitHub name, where I did a client SDK for Challenger's API, and it went pretty stellar. Like, I got way more downloads than I thought I was gonna get. At the same time, it was a learning experience. Like, I learned TypeScript. I learned quite a lot now that I think about it. Yeah, wow. My own wheel. Sorry, I think about the software I built, and I feel great about it. Yeah, wow. Sorry, I'm getting all sappy. Um, so I think that's a good group. I'm still working on the conclusion of it, so let's just start typing out what we have. Learning and software development. Often, assume we couple that skill with grandiose ideas. I'm spelling that wrong. Grandiose ideas of what we can create. Then the $1,000,000 question appears. $1,000,000 question appears. Has someone done this before? I keep hitting the space bar twice by accident, or I think my space bar is missing. So, then the $1,000,000 question appears: has someone done this before? The need to be unique cuts the legs off a great project idea and removes the what do you call it? Removes the, I I want to say fruitfulness. I don't want to use that word. I want to use like removes the gusto. Removes the gusto. Gusto to gusto behind using new skills. I think that'll work for now. Early in my career, I feared. Early in my career, I feared my ideas if they weren't unique. Actually, why don't I zoom this in a little bit? I realize, one, I can't see it as well, and then I'm like, okay, let me give you guys a little something more to see too. So early in my career, I feared if my ideas weren't unique, they lack value and purpose. So I think a large part of the time when people do software, they think, oh yeah, if I don't produce ideas of this level, then therefore my idea is useless. And I think that's, people tie those two things together, and I think that's very flawed in how you should go forth and evaluate your ideas, because that's just that. One, I think that's damaging to your psyche. Two, yeah, definitely that's damaging to your psyche. And then two, it's like you are limiting yourself based on the that's not the only value you bring, is what you produce, honestly. Because, you know, I've met programmers who weren't the best at programming, but when it came to team leading, they were just natural leaders. So I think there is definite power in that instead. So let's move on to, if they weren't unique, lacked value and purpose. Sorry, I'm using my touch typing skills, which are really non-existent. Only when I worked through that fear did I discover the journey is the reward. Yes, very cliche. In software, not only is this obvious, but it is celebrated. A great example of this is Spotify. If you go to settings dash scroll to the bottom and tap third-party software. You will be presented with an array of open source software utilized by the biggest music streaming service in the world. Grandiose. Did I spell that wrong? Oh, there's an E. Wait, what was I thinking? Was I thinking grandiose? I don't know. Grandiose or something, I don't know. So yeah, service in the world. Wait, what did I say? What time did I say I was gonna stop? I think 6:30, right? Okay, so we're gonna just save this as a draft, and we're gonna switch over to Flutter, and we're gonna go from there. So, I wanted to do a small video shoot setup. So let's mute the music really quickly. Boom. Okay. And then we're going to, I'm going to mute it in my ear as well. And then we're going to go over to video shoot scene. Boom. We're going to move this to, we're going to move this over to fit to screen. Boom. Okay, cool. So, hey. Hey guys, so today we're going to look at the intro, right? Gross. Okay. Hey, so today we're going to be going over how to set up a Flutter application and what we can do from there. Essentially, this is just going to be the opening of how to do it with VS Code. I generally like to use VS Code when creating Flutter apps, so let's hop right into it. So that's going to be like the intro to the video, naturally speaking. Then we're going to switch over back here. Then we're going to be opening VS Code. I forgot I switched my screens up, so everything goes to one of my four screens rather than the other way around. So let's switch the music up to let's see. Kind of like this. Just making sure. Okay, so we're here in VS Code, but I'm going to open a brand new screen. So here we are in VS Code, and what we're going to do from here is we're going to do a brand new project. So we're going to go to the command palette. You can press Control Shift P as well. So we'll do a new application project. And we're going to find a folder to put this in. I'm just going to put this in my general C programming, like projects folder, and take it from there. And we're going to go buds are us _ mobile. Now, Buds R Us is a weed company that my brother actually runs, and he needed a contracting mobile developer, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll pick up mobile so I can get paid, so why not? So we're going to do that. We're going to name the project, and now Flutter Create runs in the background. Now, a prerequisite to all of this is you need to have Dart installed. You need to have all of these things installed beforehand. So with all of this, it creates, and also check out the Flutter Dev website. It's actually fairly good and it has pretty much everything that you need. If I was going to pull it up real quickly, here. So we go here, Flutter, Flutter, and we go here, flutter.dev. Yeah, this has basically everything you need. Interested working for us here at open job listings. Like they have pretty much, yeah, everything. Flutter engineer, location, California, Dart experience. You know, this is like, this stuff is actually taking off. And one of the biggest things about Flutter is now that AWS has implemented Amplify with it, the sky's really the limit for all this. So hopefully you do pick up Flutter if you are interested. So back over to our project. So this is the basic project setup here. And this first project that you have, it's essentially a click button through. So when you click a button, it just changes the number. And when you are setting up Flutter, one great thing you can run is, let's say you have everything set up. You can run Flutter, like the Flutter SDK locally has a few commands that you can use. You can use like Flutter Doctor. And Flutter Doctor basically analyzes your setup. So first thing it looks through is, hey, do you have Chrome set up and ready to use? So let's say I'm debugging something, it'll actually open it in a web browser and give you a full component breakdown of everything that you're using. It also has, do you have VS Code installed? Do you have the right Flutter plugins? So, you know, VS Code has a lot of Flutter plugins that you can use as well. Then you have is Android Studio set up. And naturally, because of Apple's restrictions, when you do this on an iOS device, it'll let you know more. I'm on my Windows machine. I prefer to do Android right now. If anything, I'll commit this to source control and do it on iOS a different day. But, you know, for right now, let's just stick to what we have. So from here, we're going to run Flutter Doctor. I have everything set up except for Chrome. Not really that big of a deal, honestly. So let's close this. And one thing you notice is when you do set up Android Studio, you end up with what's called a AVD, or just like a visual, an Android virtual device. There we go, acronyms, right? So with the Android virtual device, it allows me to take the app I have here in Flutter and render it to said device. So let's just do that first. So I'm in VS Code. So one thing I can press is F5. Now F5 builds my project, starts the device I want to use. So if I click here, right, it has several things. So it's Edge, which is my Internet Explorer. And no offense, I personally don't want to use Internet Explorer, but this is just showing you the versatility. So you can actually, you can actually start this up in a web browser. Now, if I had a Chrome executable, it would have done it in Chrome, but I think it just by default will use whatever browser is kind of natively set up to the iOS, to the operating system. So for Windows, they're wanting people to use Edge. So here we are. So if I click on this button, it's reactive and it updates it as well. So this is the basic setup for an application. But let's say I close this and I want to use my Pixel. This is not the best example, but let's say I want to use, I have a Pixel AP in a Pixel XL set up as an Android virtual device. So I click on this, and what I have is this. So now I have this Pixel virtual device that I can use. Okay, so now that that's set up, right? So we can go here, F5, and this will boot it will first package the Android application, and it uses Gradle, I think, for a lot of the tasks under the hood, and Kotlin, I think. So now we are building the application, compacting it, turning it into an APK, and then loading it into this Android virtual device. So just to make things a little easier to see, I'm going to put things side by side. I'm gonna make this device a little bigger. There we go. So there we go. That's a nice visual. Let me move the device over here. There we go. That's better. So now you see here, it's the exact same map we had in. Oh, good morning. What's up, Will? Just doing a small video. So that's my boy Will on our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/appboy. So from here, when we start the Flutter app itself, it loaded the APK into oh, hey, Lost Algorithm, what's going on? See, Twitch viewers are here to see me shoot a video. From here, the Flutter app has been packaged, or sorry, the Android version of the app has been packaged and loaded into the Android virtual device. So we can press the button and it acts the exact same way as it did in the browser. Flutter has really been pushing for natively converting web applications and mobile applications into web applications. So that's what we have here, and that's really it. So that's the beginning setup. And what's cool is, right, so you see this top part of the title, Flutter Dev homepage. Now what Flutter has built in is a hot reload function. So let's say we change, and let's zoom in a little bit so you can really see, right? So let me close this side here, and the name of the app is Flutter Dev homepage. What if I want to change it to Watch @boy on Twitch? Watch what happens. So in Flutter, you actually have a hot reload function. And notice this, the app updated without changing the state of what we've already pressed. So if I press it now, it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, and all the changes we have from other components don't change. So if you change like a top component, it won't change the bottom component if it's hooked up correctly that way. And that is how we set up a Flutter app. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. All right. See, we're using live stream to make other content. How's it going? Well, how's it going, Lost Algorithm? I was just doing a small Flutter demo, and I was like, you know, I actually like Flutter a lot, so why don't I start doing some small mobile content and see, like, put the app in Appboy, right? Let's see. Let's move this like this, such that it's viewable. Boom, 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 boom. How's it going? Good morning, y'all. Oh, hey, Lost. I actually, Lost, have you been able to download Mary's repo and look at the code? I wanted to, but I like completely forgot. I've been swamped this week. Oh, and Will, I know Lost Algorithm from a friend of ours, Mary. She streamed for IBM, and yeah. So I know him from this person from her stream, and it's been really cool. She's been doing reactive Java, and it's trying to build a chat client using, I think, the Open Liberty. Would you call it a protocol, Lost? Would you call it a protocol? I'm not too sure. Not too sure about that. Okay, so what we're here to do, we're gonna do a few things actually. Let's open up another folder because I want to do a few things. One, I have my I guess the other day I was working on a serverless stream, and y'all a bunch of nerds. I see I'm in good company. Yes, Will. You are among the hive. Yeah. So, what was it? I was working on serverless, and I was converting a Node JS using Express API over to serverless. And it's an API for my brother's weed delivery service, and it's here in Jersey. It's in Jersey. I'm in New York. So yeah, he was looking for a developer to help with an app itself, such that he can. Because on the mobile website it's really good, but he's like, oh, people prefer an app to make it much simpler. So I was like, okay, sure. And yeah, so I'm working with my little brother on this. And yeah, that's kind of what spawned the PWI. I don't mind, but I think he's using Square to. I think he's using Square to develop the website, and I'm not really familiar with front end frameworks enough to do a PWA. It's always interested me, especially WebAssembly. That's interested me too, because I hear the word assembly, and the first thing I think of is my robotics programming days when I was way skinnier. I thought it was fairly attractive too. It all went downhill after I got married. Sorry, I had to finish a mail. I haven't looked at Mary's repo in a while, but last time I tried, I couldn't get it running. Yeah. Yeah, I think what would you guys feel about like a actually let me turn up the Persona music, because Jesus Christ, like all I think about is that game, right? Yeah. What do you guys think about a possibility of a open source stream where we look at other people's code, specifically code I like collaborate with? I wish I could control the sound or the volume of this a little more, but let's see. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so because I wanted to look at like people's code on stream, hey, drop your code, what do you want to look at? I'll do like contributions to your stuff and see what happens. Sounds fun. I'm mostly lurking today though, in the middle of the day job over here. Okay, hey man, listen, I'm down for the lurk. I think if my cloud bot was working, you could use /lurk, but my cloud bot's been kind of weird. I think I have to log out of Twitch and then log back in, and it'll work. Unfortunately, I don't feel like doing that, so this is where we are. So let's see. I'm gonna go to projects. Yeah, what I was trying to do here. I think this is what I wanted to open. I'm opening it on the other screen, not here. This is the demo. Close this editor. Close that one. There's something recent I worked on, and I can't remember what. Oh, here we go. Love the stream setup, by the way. The lighting looks great. Yeah, thank you. Seriously, my wife is a photographer, so she's definitely able to help me with it. She's like, oh, let me put the vision on you, and yeah, she was able to figure it out for me, so I do appreciate her a lot. Let's see. So if I go from a infrastructure perspective, right? So I'm going to be using Firebase for authentication, only because I want to be able to have providers do things fairly simply in the application. So what that means is adding a Google, Apple, Facebook provider for the application is fairly easy in Firebase. And also just doing just straight up email is also fairly easy. Then for payments, that's still kind of in the air of what I want to do when it comes to payments, but we'll take it. I'll take that any day of the week over, anything else. So we can do a few things. So when it comes to the modeling perspective, let's start our actual service. Because I realized that I need to start this serverless API before I can even get data. So I'm going to open folder, and we're going to open what we worked on Monday stream on another screen. And yeah, I've been playing with OAuth and also this stuff, but yeah, the other day I was able to get the serverless offline start, and I think the command for that, because I'm still kind of new to serverless. Here we go, serverless offline. That's not what I wanted. There's a simple command to start this. SLS offline start. So let's open my command line up. Move. Let's move this down here. Nope. I don't want the full magnifier. I just want to. Okay. All right. Command line not working. Closing this. Let's try this again. Can I type now? All right. No. All right. So that's fine. So CD. Let's go to our projects. And let's go to our serverless. So SLS offline start. I think that's the command. Boom. So now we have our serverless up and running, and we can go to Postman. So here in Postman, we can get the catalog of products, and there we go. So we have a catalog of products here. It's not the closest thing I can do. I really don't like Postman's UI change, honestly. It's actually fairly jumbled. Like, I can't close this, which is weird. Like, I can't close Scratchpad, and I'm like, all right, nope, that's not what I want. I can't close Scratchpad. This giant thing here, you can't close it. There we go. Okay, God, Jesus. All right, so trying to do volume mixer. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I limited the sound of the music in my ear. Okay, cool. So so here I have the catalog of items, and then each one has its own, like, so like for example, the name of this is called Snapples. It's a type of, I forgot where the weed brand is from. I'm not really into weed. My brother is though, so Yeah, so that's this is the weed brand, um, and all this information here. And yeah, so this is going to be come back as like a fixed payload. And I'm going to just do a combination of a few things. Connecting to the actual API, I want to do just the general what the website looks like. So let's see. So this is what the website looks like here. And what I want to do is take this same website and do, so if you press F12, you can actually go here, click this button, and you get a version of the website in its mobile capacity. So not bad, right? Kind of cool. This is the navigation, shop, blah, 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 blah. So I want to take this exact same website and move it to an app, or move it more app-like. So if we take our Android emulator and we take our code, no, that's not it, the right one. Here we go. And we're going to try to emulate that as much as humanly possible. So I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to show this on screen without it being a jumbled mess. I probably have to zoom this out a little bit. And I'll move this over here. Okay, so I do like the top. Can I move this over like this? Yes, perfect. And then I'll put the mobile app up. So I do like the top navigation here. I think I might want to import some material icons for this as well. We can make the mobile app a little bigger. And I can move this menu. Oh yeah, you can set like location and stuff like that. Like this is actually fairly amazing. The things you can do. So next, so I want to make this as similar as humanly possible. So I like the three icons here, and then the middle part with the middle icon. So for the title, we're going to do homepage. The general homepage is right. It's correct right now. There's definitely going to be some improvements to the navigation as we go forward. So let's do the simplest thing first. Primary swatch color should be black. So that, hold on. Primary swatch colors. Black. That should work. Blue works instead. Does colors not have a default black? Oh, let's see. So you have to name it something like this? No, it's not a subtype of material color. Okay, so if I go to blue, material color. So if I go to material color and type in black, there isn't a material color black. So what material colors do they have? Light blue, cyan, green, light green, lime, yellow, amber, orange, deep orange, gray, blue gray. You're so funny, Will. He says, only because that's kind of confusing to me, but you know what? Whatever. It's really not that big of a deal. I'll just switch it back to blue. What we can do from here though is add to the not the material app. What I'm trying to say here is the scaffolding itself, right? So the title from here, you can have what is it called? I think it's called material icons. Icons and Flutter, but I think they already come with them, but you just have to enable them. Just trying to make sure. Doing some small visuals on the side. Right, so I think you can actually do center title true. So let's do that first, and then we're going to change the title of this to Buds Are Us. Try primary black instead. Oh, try primary black instead of. Did they just cut your text off? Try primary black instead of colors.black. Huh. Let's see. Primary. What? Instead of colors.black. Okay. So primary. Oh, I have to make my own color. Well, the definition color is this. Da, 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 da. Yeah, because so what ends up happening is it's like you have to make your own theme data for black, and I now this makes a little more sense because there isn't a colors.white for this exact same reason, because black and white are essentially either, so white is just what all the colors maxed out to the thing, and then black is the absence of color. So it does make sense why it's like this right now. So I'm gonna leave. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it as blue right now, and I'll fix the things I can. So I sent it the title. So it's Buds Are Us, right? So that's the general homepage title, and I'll work on the content as I move forward. So the center title, and then we're gonna have some widgets. So the leading is going to be an icon. I think it's an icon. Icon button, right? And then there's the icon itself, and it's icons dot sandwich, or is it menu? No, I'm doing this wrong. Icon. Oh, okay, it's okay. Icon. I'm doing this wrong. It's icon. Icon. And then it's icon. Icons dot menu, and then it's colors dot white. It's something like that. I mean, I think I'm doing this wrong. Because it's an icon button. That's the right part, and then icons here, and then it's saying the size and default my icon theme. try adding the missing face icon button, and then from here, icon is. One second. Let me look up what icon does because I'm a little confused on that part. Looking. So you can have an icon button, right? And you can have an icon, and you can limit that to icon menu, and that should render. Here we go. Boom. So there's that. Then you can have tooltip, and it could just be menu. So it could be a navigation menu. And then it can be on pressed. If it's going to do nothing for right now, just so I want to enable it. So the default color is white, and there we go. We have a button, and we can press it, and it's kind of cute, I guess. Let's see. So for here, hey creature. So now we have that, and then we're going to need some actions as well. So to the app, so the leading one is the one on the left. So now we need the one here is a search and then a cart. So we're going to add those two as well. So we're going to add some actions on the right. Now, granted, most of this stuff doesn't have functionality, but this is just the beginning of it. And actually, at the same time, we'll be lifting this out into other widgets. So the best way to think about Flutter is you can think of Flutter in several parts. So the first part of Flutter is everything you see is a widget. Think of it kind of like a component in React, just states, but everything subsequently is just levels of components, and you can affect one component without propagating to the other ones. And that's basically how that works for Flutter. So let's do the search button, and then we'll do the we'll do the search button, and then we'll do the cart button. So even the small buttons we're adding now are all widgets, essentially. So we have icon button, and then it's going to be the same exact thing we did before, right? So we're going to have an icon, and it's going to be icon of icons.cart. Shopping? Shop. Tooltip. Actually, let's do search. Search. Right? And then we'll do tooltip of the search, and we'll do a tooltip of let's see, on press. We're gonna just give it a blank function now, so it doesn't do anything. So once we do that, we'll have this. See, so we have a tooltip button here. Wish those I could zoom in. So now we have a tooltip button here for our search. And then we can, the next part of that, we're going to add the shopping cart button. And I wish there was a way I can see all the icons. Shop. Add shopping cart. Oh, okay, I see. So that's the icon for that. No. I don't want to add shopping cart. Add shopping cart outlined. Let's see. Move. Shopping cart. Is this it? That looks like it. That looks like our winner. Winner chicken dinner. So we're going to morning preacher. How you doing? So then we're going to add this. It's going to be shopping cart and shopping cart. Boom. So now we have two. So we have both our shopping cart here. Boop and boop. The next thing we want to do. All right, how about you? Not bad. I got up late. So usually I wake up at 4. I woke up at 4:30 instead. I still got my workout in. Just finished my protein shake. On my second glass of water. Things are going well. My body's sore, but I feel okay. Like I feel much more dev ready than usual. I wish my cloud bot was working because I had really good questions of the day. I started writing again. This article actually. Yeah, healthy, I know, right? So this article is something I'm writing now. It's about rebuilding the wheel. And it's essentially something I've noticed with younger developers is when they start building out like new skills, the first thing they think of is an idea that they want to produce or a product of some sort. And what ends up happening is that because it's not unique, they are they're cutting the legs off their ideas. They don't feel like their ideas are valid or worth the time. So what ends up happening after that is that they don't get a chance to flex those skills. And essentially I just go into that and I start using like third-party software, how it's third-party. So one of the great examples I use is Spotify. Nice. What's your blog? Yeah, my blog is humancaching.com. So my blog, I've written a lot of articles. Like before, I'm getting back into it. But yeah, I've written stuff like performance-driven services. This is probably one of my things I like the most. Let's see, humancaching.com. Let's just go to my regular blog link. Yeah, so I have like. So this was an article spawned when I started using Dart more professionally, and this is at the time I was working. Oh, it was your first time here. Okay, sorry, because I said following since March 31st. I just clicked on your name. But thanks for coming by. Seriously, like I do appreciate it. So this was when I started working for MasterCard. And one of the things that my team were building, we were part of the API Gateway team. And at MasterCard, because they're this massive credit lender, payment processor, that's the right word, payment processor. Essentially, they handle payment processing for Apple Pay, Google Pay, pretty much anything mobile development rated wise or merchant accessible payment processing. They handle all of that. So what ends up happening is there are metrics needed for adding new services and new changes. So my team we were part of the API Gateway team, which essentially helped filter out requests for payments and processing on a very big infrastructure level. And once under infrastructure level, we had to build a system where new APIs that were deployed and developed had auto discovery. So that was one thing that we had to do. And at the same time, there needed to be a CI/CD. CI/CD, if no one knows, is continuous integration, continuous development. So there had to be a system there as well to gate a certain performance. So let's say on your project, in your project YAML, we'll say, like, let's say you hit the number 50. So essentially, if I test your service on a performance level, it should respond and be able to update, and actually as a user, you define the test. So one thing we did was we had like a Docker instance, a Docker compose, and they would set up, let's say, a Postgres database. You handle your importing of the data, and then we would use our the tool that I built with like the help of two people. One guy is that guy named Ortegali. He works for Google now. Really smart dude. So we use Scala and Gatling, and we built a performance-driven tool. So essentially what ends up happening is you hit a service and you get a response back. And essentially you do that continuously, and then you build metrics out. So what the tool was, when you had a new service that you wanted to add or whatever, we would take your service, you would list how you would run it. So it could be through Docker Compose. You could also use like your own instance of Pivotal Cloud Foundry, which is their backend cloud that they use. You would spin the instance up, it would run or become bootable. The performance tool, I forgot, I don't think we can give it a name. It's just there mortally. And the performance tool would hit that service, and it would do it like 100 times, right? Or 1,000 times, based on what kind of level of stress testing you wanted. It would compile the statistics, make a Git branch with the date, time of when those statistics were ran, and a copy of said branch. So when you go to your branch, you can click on the markdown, and it would show the output of what the performance metrics were. Because Gatling allows you to do performance testing using Scala, and then it will generate a page showing your testing level or the testing results. So I did the exact same thing, but I used Dart because I was really getting into Flutter in 2019. Well, I was getting more into Dart than Flutter. So yeah, I built the whole tool out and everything, and I explained how I would go about it. Yeah, so some async await, and I use streams essentially. If you go down, so the name of the tool on my GitHub is called Bam Bam, because it's based off the Flintstones. I think got your info from IBM, just trying to learn. I quit my job to learn full time. Okay, all right. I think I got your info from. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Well, I mean, nice. I will take the time to read. Oh, yeah, no problem. I'll put this up, and it's not like the best intro to Flutter, but you kind of get an understanding. So what I did was I took the Bam Bam request. So in other words, I hit like the JSON placeholder, which is a really decent API, like a test API. And with the test API, you can just get general JSON back. You have a difference in the time and report for the request. And then, yeah, I can start building out latency, duration, all this other stuff, and then return the latency and status of everything. Now, what ends up happening is Gatling does the exact same thing, but it does it with like full-on HTTP. So this is what the example is. Like, oh, the average latency is this. The number of requests is like 95. And it does it, and the best way to do it is doing it over time. So, so doing it over time. So, hey, I want to test the service for 15 minutes. I want to hit it like 100 times for this amount of time. And that's essentially what built the tool out. So yeah, that was my experience doing that. Okay, so back to this. I know. Brian Appboy rants. My bad. So we have a shopping cart. Is there a transparent shopping cart? Outlined. That's the one I want. I want this. Outlined. That's a better one. I love hot reloading. You saw that? Like, I just changed it and then boom, it's off. Serial console enabled, performance is impacted, disable check, bootloader, virtual SD card. No, I'm not gonna do all that. So the next thing is, so when you get click to order, what do you do? End up at the catalog. All categories. So the categories are what exactly? Okay, so that navigates somewhere. So I can kind of set something up like that now. I may take this logo. Can I inspect this logo? Image. Did he do this logo himself? Damn, my brother's bad creative. Like, I wish I was like a fraction as creative as this dude. like, it feels unfair sometimes. It feels a little unfair sometimes. Let's see. Flutter mobile. Lib, and let's put this into logo. Everyone has different. Yes, that is true, but it's more in the lines of like he's always been talented. It's not like it's not like I've ever seen him like build a skill. It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna go do that, and you're just like, wow, you can do that. That I didn't know that. That's new to me. Like, it's like dealing with Superman. It's like, oh, you can jump over buildings. That's cool, I guess. I didn't know you could do that, you know. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so the widget that's there is the images. So let's look up how we enable Flutter images. Flutter images. Bum, 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 bum. Assets and images. Okay, so in your pubspec YAML, so this is kind of like a package.json, similar but it's for the mobile framework for Flutter. And then you can do assets and here, and then you put the directory and subdirectory. Oh, okay, so this should be a root directory. New file. No, new folder. Assets. Okay. And I'll put the local.png there, and I can get rid of this images folder. And there we go. Okay. I didn't even try. Yes, move. There you go. So assets. Assets / logo.png. Cool. And how'd that get failed? What did I do? Add the following Cupertino. The following adds Cupertino icons. Did I mess up the import? Assets. Did I spell it wrong? Nope. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good there. To include all assets under directory, specify the directory name with the / at the end. So if I wanted to just do this, does this work? exit code 65. A dependency may only have one source. Did I do this wrong? Oh, I think it has to go under here. That doesn't seem right. That does not seem correct. Because I'm looking at the YAML now, and I'm looking at the context and, like, I guess the tabulation of it, like how many tabs are separated from it, and it looks fine. Assets. Could I do that? Nope, causes an issue. So can I do this? Does that make everything okay? Okay. That. Flush, everything's fine there. Oh. There's a section for it. Here we go. There we go. I was in the wrong section for it. Look at that. Okay, so you can do assets here. And then there's dash assets. Like this. And that should work. Haha. All right, next. Down. So, if I wanted to use assets, now that the necessary setup has been done, the image can be added using the code image. Okay, so from here, we want the center image to be the Buds R Us logo. So we can use image dot asset, and we're just going to use assets slash logo dot png, and it threw an error. Couldn't find it. Okay, I see the logo here. Assets slash okay, I guess I can change this to do logo dot png. Reload. Hey, okay, cool. So that logo is too big, but it's there, which is enough for right now. I guess should we work on dynamically sizing it? Scaling image Flutter. I'm not gonna lie, I really do love this sound. Oh, is this from Mother? Boomtown Special. So I'm looking up how to scale images for Flutter, like, dynamically. But yeah, let's say this image is fine as is, right? So let's say that's fine. The next thing would be to take this background image and then have the other things on top of it. Like it's a background image. And then you should be able to scroll down and do all this as well. Get the latest when you sign up for our newsletter, copyright, and then Instagram. Okay. I didn't even realize my brother had an Instagram for this. Damn, he thought of everything. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so that's the top part. Now the body, everything's interesting. Sorry, small phone break. Okay, so next we're gonna have an image, another image asset here. So let's inspect this part. Inspect this. Because I think at this point I should just start style BG. I'm looking for the actual image source. Media. About this, can I? Quick question: do you have a streaming schedule, or are you in wherever you can? So I have a streaming schedule. It's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6 to 8:30. I decided to move it to 6 to 8:30 because before my streaming schedule was at 5 to 8:30, and I realized I didn't have enough time to work out and take care of my own needs. So that's what I switched it to, and I like that schedule, so I'm gonna keep that one. I should actually do you like if a streamer were to set up their schedule like um do you like when streamers have that schedule set up from from before? Because I've never done that before. So let's see. Twitch set stream schedule. How to create a stream schedule using Twitch's schedule tool. Okay. Ah, okay. So you set a title. Okay, so you can set so Preacher, you said you okay because that I guess that would, setting up a stream schedule would be pretty smart. Just ahead of time, especially for like the week. Yes, one-offs and more options for okay. Just lets me know if I can make the stream while I like watching video. I like the interaction more. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Good to know. So I'm gonna do that from now on and set up a stream because I have a pretty standard schedule. This works for me. So yeah, I'll take it from there. cell div data. I need the image though. Okay, so I have I think I have the images here. Go to here. Okay, so it's that image. And there's just several other versions of the image. Oh, okay, I see. It uses this source set property. It has a set of, I think, different media size images. And this different set size images decide what is rendered. Okay. So I'll just take this image for right now. I'll work on the scale because I know there's a way to scale the images based on like the pixelation of the phone, but that's going to come later. This is really just me templating it out and then also working on the routes, and then it gets going to get pretty. So first it's going to be ugly, then it's going to be ugly with functions, and then it's going to be pretty with functions. And I think that's the smartest way to go about building this out. And I can add a container image such that it does, put it in a container widget. So you can have a container widget that takes up a certain amount of the screen on a percentage level, and then put the image in it. Because then, once you put the image in it, then we can like start stacking things around that. So let's do save image, and we'll just call it banner. It's a JPEG, and it lives under assets. So I'm going to change this in the pub.spec YAML. I'm going to change this and it does everything. Right. So now it has everything under there. And so right now in the center of the screen, we have just the scaffolding here, the main logo and stuff like that. And we should move that to a different widget altogether, because it should have its own state. It should have its own maintenance. Like right now, everything's in the same widget. So there's definitely going to be a stream where we separate this out into separate widgets. So for the body, right now we have a column. So the column itself has this floating action button. It has all this other stuff. It's kind of funny how different the Flutter experience is to the early years of mobile development. Oh, I remember doing original Android mobile development. Yeah, that was no bueno, like to the max. But you know what's funny? Even Android development early new like series, but like Kotlin, and I think they changed their layout manager such that it's more dynamic with like their SQLite. I think it's called Room. I think that's what it's called in Android. It's called Room, which essentially is a SQLite overlay in ORM. Then the navigation and tools that you build on XML. I watched Google Conf like 2 years ago, and they were talking about this, and I only assume it's gotten better, especially since they decided to stick with Kotlin, and they're going to stick with Kotlin until Java catches up to like their way of doing things. But yeah, that's definitely something that I like a lot. Just the general move to like Kotlin, the general move to more what's what I'm looking for here, like visual tools, because I think the people really like with the invasion of Objective-C for iOS, and then the dependency of XML when it came to Android tools, people forgot how visually dependent mobile development is, and they're, with a mobile developer, you're working more with the UI team. As a backend developer, what's a UI team? It's like it's literally what's a UI team. I don't know those people. They don't know me. And that's just the general relationship between backend and UI. There isn't one. Whereas with front end or mobile developers, there's a direct relationship. Like you can't get around how tight their relationship has to be, such that they can all get along and work with each other. So I need a image that fills a container here to fill that banner. Then it has to have the Buds R Us stuff in it. So let's see. Container with image Flutter. So we can do, the body's going to be a giant center. That's fine for right now. Let's get rid of the scaffold. Oh, the scaffold is everything. And then, okay, so floating action, let's get rid of that. We don't really need that right now. I can add that later. Floating action, you are gone. For the center portion here, let's do a container for right now. And we're gonna have it do a box decoration. It's gonna be a box decoration. Image, it's going to be, can I just do image dot, that's it? Oh, it has to be an asset image. Okay, that's the image. And then I think I pass it with the name, assets slash banner dot jpg, and oh, I see. So that's how they do it. So you can, okay, so you have a box decoration, and inside the image, there's a decoration image widget as well. Oh. Okay, and then the decoration image has an image tag in it, and then you throw this, the asset image. Right? And then you can also set the fit. So the fit, oh, and then you can set it to a box fit dot fill, which is what we want to do. So essentially, we're going to have this giant square in this area, similar to the website here. And then whatever image we choose, it's just going to be there. It's going to have it's kind of like the bokeh effect when it comes to cameras, where it has that main subject and everything else is blurry. That's similar to what we're doing here with this container. And then we can do shape. And then there's box shape dot rectangle. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Shape to fill the background color gradient image into cast box shadow. Then border race is ignored. Shape cannot be interpolated. Expected to find. Wait, what? Oh, Oh shit. Okay, here we go. So let's see. All right, so this is decent. It's too big though. So what we can do, um, what we can do with this is, because it shouldn't take the whole thing. It should show that it's scrollable, which means it's going to end up being a list view. So list view is kind of like that stacking, scrolling stuff. We could do. Is there a way to set dynamic height and width? Let's research that. Dynamic height with water. Responsive height and width, screen size. Yes. Who's got an article on this? Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So there is a media query. Oh, wow. All right. I'm gonna move this to the side actually because I'm gonna reference that. And okay, so cool. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have our container, and we're gonna have a width. So the width actually doesn't matter here. I wonder if do I need to set one. So if I set the height to media query dot, if I look at the site from a mobile perspective, right? Context dot size dot height. Right. So that hasn't changed much. So if I make it 80%, right? So times dot 8. That's the problem. It cuts it off. So it cuts it off. It doesn't like tap it to the top, like right under. It cuts off both parts. Trying to think if there's a way for me to cut off the height such that it fills it though, because this image should fill the whole thing, but for some reason there's just a space here. Any Flutter devs in chat about this question? The width should be the same regardless. It shouldn't really change. Let's see. So that's still the same. It's like let's sit right there. But for some reason, why does this move down? .9. Okay, so let's do .5. It should be half, right? So why doesn't this stick to the top? Like, what is there that's blocking this? Let's see something else. So color, we'll make it colors dot teal. All right. So let's see. Oh. my bad, my bad, my bad. So I can't have that. Okay, so colors dot teal. So because I have box decoration. So okay, so that box is there, but there's still space here. Why doesn't it float to the top? That's what I'm lost about all this. Why doesn't it just float to the top? What is that space between the two? Oh, you are a genius. I think you might be right. This guy Will is a beast. You should follow his channel. He actually streams, and when I can catch it, because I'm a dad, so tends to like throw. My man Will, thank you so much. Yo, my man, my man. And boom. Okay, my man Will with the. See, Will, I need your front end skills, because that's something I'm here to be assistance when I can. This guy is he's an asset. He's an asset. He's an astronaut. So we have the container height with the box decoration. I'm assuming there's a child function, right? So let's do text, and let's see something here. Okay, so that appears in front, right? So we should have a center here, child. There's a text there. Cool, so that centers that. I think I can add a style element. Text style. Colors dot white. And let's see. All right, cool. So we need, technically, if we're copying what's, wish I could make this bigger without ruining. I gotta figure that out on Streamlabs, because I would like to make this coding setup a little more brunt in the face, but I don't think I have my zoom and everything set up correctly. So we have two text, right? So it's two stacked text in top of each other. So one's a button and one's just regular text. So let's change this to buds are us. That's one thing, and then on the bottom of that should be another text. So the child of this should be, is it a stack? Is that what it's called? Stack? I think that's what it's called. And it's like children. It should be a widget array. And then another text. Oh, let me close off this text. There should be another text that just says something here. It's getting there, I know, right? Okay. Something here. Oh, they're like, should be not a list. Stacking elements Flutter. I forget, there's different layouts for stuff. Index stack. Stack widget provider, no. Layout widgets Flutter. So there's several layout widgets. I think what I need here is a column. I think I need a column instead of a stack. So column. Boom. Okay, so I need a column. The question is, why isn't this laid out in the middle? Oh, okay, hold on. And then I need to main axis alignment. Main axis alignment down center. And then it should be in the middle. There we go. Okay. I'll make these both white for right now, color-wise. Okay. Alright, so now the text needs to just be bigger. The text just needs to be bigger so that I can actually see it. Text style, font size. Alright, I'm gonna do 32 and see what happens. Alright, we'll make this font size 32 for both. And honestly, when we do the theme stream, which you already know this is coming to that. Now for the image, decoration image, is there an alpha I can set? Is there a alignment scale? Alpha? Brightness? Maybe there's a box decoration. Shadow. Oh, box shadow is no. The decoration does not paint a shadow. No, that's not the shadow. That's not what I want. What does Flutter compile into APK? So it takes, it has like, it uses Gradle underneath it, but it compiles to APK, and I forget the iOS file type. I think it's IPL. I forget what but it compiles to both, and then it also has the ability to compile to I forgot what the base for the web oh, it just compiles to just native HTML as well, so you can actually do all three. Put there. Gradient blend mode is no. I want a shadow. What am I looking for here? Gradient. Box decoration. Image alpha. Or asset image. Flutter. Because I need to darken it a little bit. Like, it just needs to be darkened just a little bit. I'm just trying to see like what people have done, because I think it's a weird question I'm asking. Like, how do you change? I want to become famous. Buy followers and views. Thanks for coming by, K Fabian. What's interesting is it's like bots is like the cloud bots, or just the native way the Twitch functions. It's very difficult to get it's very difficult to pass links. So I think I don't know, I feel like you kind of have to get a direct message to you kind of have to get like a direct message to really do that. I don't know. Decoration image. box fit alignment, centered, image repeat, double scale, color filter. Hmm. People do buy them. So one channel go up by 6K followers in it. Jesus. All right. I mean, hey man. I mean, I guess in my opinion, I can get why you would buy followers. Like I get why you would buy followers. I mean, if it's like your main job or main goal to be at that level of Twitch, I get it. It's not something I would generally do, like the buying of followers. But I get it. Like I understand that need to that need to does that help? If you link to me something, you'll have to link it directly to me, like a PM. You have to PM it to me, because I know my bot will block the ever living hell out of like everything. I can go to Twitch, and if you just directly message it to me, do what the bot did, but spaces between the period. Hello, image that repeat, text direction, scale. Creature and X says color filter. Color filter apply image before painting it. Oh, color filter. Color filter. Let's see. I've never used the color filter. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hold on now. Right, and then the color filter. Oh, okay. So let's see. Then you can, so I can add a color filter, and color filter dot mode matrix linear to srb gamma mode color dot black blend mode. Hey, I'll take anything. Color dot, oh, okay, so color blend mode dot darken. Okay, so it did a little too much. Burn color burn. Okay, so I'm this is actually helping now. This is helping. So let's see. Maybe the blend mode is off, right? Alright, light? Nope. Color filter applies the color given as the first argument using blend mode. So there's like a few ways you can do this. Okay, I think I understand it. I'm trying to see if someone used the color filter, so you can use the alpha channel. Oh, okay, so that's what I'm trying to look for now. There, because I see someone using it to darken and lighten. I'm just trying to understand what they're doing. So I'm reading this page. because what you sent me was definitely on the right track. So thank you for that, Creature Next. Mm, Green accent hue. So I think hue might help here. So let's go here. Hue. Nope. Hue. And I think that changes the, there we go. That changes the brightness and stuff like that. So, maybe gray? It changes the hue. But that's too harsh. How do I use hexadecimal? Right, so I can provide okay, so I see what you're saying. You're saying I should provide a color with a dimmer alpha channel. So let's see. Let's see if I can just do a straight color like that and see what happens. I mean, it didn't break. Right. So I guess that's a good thing. Back to multiply for blend mode. Oh, back to multiple. Oh. 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 Up the 22s to 66. Okay, so you still on hue dot darken. So I should do multiply, right? But you're saying up it to 66 here? That's weird. 1 second. Why is it not uploading? Am I crazy? Indeed, right? Oh, no, right? Composite the source destination image by choosing the lowest value. White won't darken. That's true. I'm gonna just change this back to the color I had before. Because if this is just the alpha channel, then maybe I should just change the color. Let's see, color. The color's that black again. So that's darken mode. That's not gonna work here. But if I provide, but what you gave me was a black with a changed hue, right? Or actually, a changed alpha. So what if I change this to FF? That's closer to what we need. And then we change this to 22. Nope, that's further away from what we need. 66, back again. Alpha's, the 66 is the alpha. Yeah, try AA for that. Okay, there. Let's try that. Okay, that's getting closer. So we're getting the image. Maybe, is there... Wait. Hold on. I think that... Okay, hold on. But without the FF. Okay, so I'll change this to this, and I'll change this back to what it was before. You said multiple, right? Multiply, and change this to 66. Damn, we're back to where we were. 66 to AA. Okay, it's AA. No, oops. it's 20, okay. Looks like alpha doesn't have an impact. Yeah. I want to see something. Because I kind of like where we were going in this direction. And this might be just my ignorance when it comes to colors too. Difference. What's the difference? Huh, that's interesting. Overlay? The next alpha channel is what, BB? Or 6.6? That's closer to what I was looking for. 22. Wish it wasn't so specifically destination value is smaller. This multiplies. Blend mode. Let's look at this. Clear. Plus. Transparency and pixel. One of the images reduces the contribution of the image. Modulate. Screen. Darken, lighten. Color burn. Divide the inverse. Hard light, soft light. Let's do soft light. That's not bad. That's close to what we want. I want to just keep it like this right now. Thank you for the color lesson, because clearly I don't no clue what I'm doing that when that comes to that part. So we do need a little space between these two things. Is there a cross axis alignment dot start? Oh, that's cross axis. Never mind, I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm gonna let it center itself out. Text button on pressed. Gonna have it do nothing right now. Child is gonna be text. It's gonna say click to order. Okay. And we're gonna have text style here. Button style, that's what we need. So child style. I was reading blend mode class. Yeah, no, but I mean you were right still. Started reading Flutter Dev Flutter color class, yeah. I'm telling you, Flutter's fucking cool. Like, like when this thing catches on, style, button style. Border. style. Foreground color, background color. The button's background fill color. I need to use that, which explains the blue hue. I had it backwards. I thought this RGB uses ARG. Oh, so okay. So the front numbers are alpha, which explains why blue hue from 22. Oh, because we were changing blue rather than the alpha in the beginning. Oh. Okay. All right. I mean, I learned some. That's what's cool with me. The value combines shape to create a shape decorated with outline color, and weight the buttons. Border side. Side. Color. Colors white. Nope. Text button. Border. Flutter. So let's see. Text button, Flutter. Just looking at if I can add a border around what I have. Style on surface, overlay color side. Okay, so under the text button you have a border side. So border side, right? And then there's a color, and colors dot white, and then we're gonna have a width of 1. That should suffice, but this is not happy with it. Create side border. The argument type border side cannot be assigned to parameter material state property border side. So what do I do then? Side? No. Oh. Okay, so I can add my own. Okay. Style. And then it's text button dot style from. That's how you do it. Okay. Because essentially it's expecting it to inherit a style from your theme of the context. And I've been looking at this more because I was looking at there's a talk on Google about how to make your own theme and style data. And after we style this button, it's going to be like 10 minutes left, so I'm going to end the stream 8:30ish, 8:30 around-ish. But hopefully I can get the border and this part done, and I'll probably just send a picture to my brother and go, hey, work in progress. So let's see. So I don't think we have a primary color. Once I get the bot dash up running off of my stream, I'll be sure to add feature that keeps the tally at the time the shoots. Count. Oh man. So if you make that I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna tell me your command and I'll use it. And I'll be like, count. So side, border side. Width is 1. All right, that's not bad. We need to lower the font size to like 16. But we need the it to be bigger though. Padding. Padding. Edge in insets dot all. Like 16. Child is going to be that text. Is going to be the text here. End. Boom. Boom. Wait, did I mess something up? No. I did. There you go. Wait, did I mess something up? The child should be the padding here. And it should close here. And wait. Okay, so one thing about Flutter that I do not enjoy is that sometimes things can get a little messy. So padding is here. The child for the padding is this. And the padding closes off here. And oh, the text style should be inside of the text call. And that should be that. So this adds padding all around. I think it should just be on the... Alright, Future. You have a good day, man. And stay positive. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. You know, let's try to get as much done as we can. And keep the faith. Let's see. So I don't want the edge inserts all. Can I do vertical? Edge inserts dot only top, bottom? No. I think it's left, right. Left. 16. Right. 16.0. So that's a little better. I think it's more of a font issue here after this, but let's change this to 32. Double it. See what it's like right now. 32. It's not bad. Close. Maybe we can use media query here, because essentially it's the full length of the screen minus like 10%. So we can do media width. Right? Times 0.9. Okay. Well, technically half of that, so 0.5. Right. And the 0.3 really. And then same exact thing should apply to the right side. And what we have is a button that looks kind of nice. Personally, don't think it should be that big. So I'll put 2s instead. And there we go. Slowly getting there. All right. All right. Look at that. So this is what we have now. This is our code. Okay, cool. I think this is a great spot to end the stream. Thanks everyone. New video should be up today. I'm gonna try my best to get it up today. Try to get the CloudBot fixed, and yeah, try to edit that, get that up, and we can see from there. Okay. Later everyone. Thanks for coming by. Blend mode darker. Before you go up, try. Okay, you got it. Alright, so let's see. Last thing. He's like, no. Alright, one sec. I'm gonna try this before we go. Hold on. Alright, so you said this, and you said blend mode darker. Darken. Yeah. That's better. So should I change the alpha channel here? Because it should be darker, right? So do I go up to B? No. Up the A's. Oh, do I go? Oh, so I do. It's BB. Why does that look lighter than AA? Or is it not that big of a difference? 6-6? Looks like it didn't work. Damn. Shucks. It's all good, man. Hey, listen. I'm glad you're like even remotely picking it up. I mean, technically, right? Shouldn't I just make the 0 zeros? And that's kind of what we're looking for now. Yeah, we did try, man. All right, well, next time we'll try even more. Thanks for trying. Have a great day. Thanks for streaming. No problem, Will. And thanks to everyone coming by. And I'll catch y'all later.